Dear students, in this video, we discuss in detail the concept of pipelining, which is used in modern computers to achieve high performance. Okay, let's see the basics of pipelining and how it can lead to improve performances. To improve the performance of a CPU, we mainly have two options. First one, improve the hardware by introducing faster circuitry. Second one, arrange the hardware such that more than one instruction can be executed simultaneously. Since there is a limit on the speed of hardware and the cost of faster circuit is very high, we have to adopt the second option. That is, there should be a system that can arrange the hardware so that the number of operations can be performed simultaneously. Here comes the point, pipelining. Pipelining is an effective way of organizing concurrent activity in a computer system to improve the speed of execution of programs. It is a technique of decomposing a sequential process into sub-operation, with each sub-operation completed in dedicated sequence. This is an example of sequential execution. In sequential execution, processor executes a program by fetching and executing instruction one after the another. Here, this is the first instruction. The first instruction is fetched and executed, and the second instruction is fetched and it is executed, and the third instruction is fetched and executed. Here, the processor executes a program by fetching and executing instruction one after the other. And in a pipeline operation, more than one instruction is fetched and executed at the same time. Before going to the basic concepts of pipelining, let's see a real-life example that works on the concept of pipeline operation. Consider a water bottle packaging plant. Let there be three stages that a bottle should pass through. First one, inserting the bottle, that is represented by the letter I. Second one, filling water in the bottle, that is represented by the letter F. The last one, sealing the bottle, represented by the letter S. Let us consider these stages as stage 1, stage 2 and stage 3 respectively. In stage 1, the bottle is inserted. At stage 2, water filling, and stage 3, water sealing. Let each stage take 1 minute to complete its operation. Now in a non-pipelined operation, a bottle is first inserted in the plant. After 1 minute, it is moved to stage 2, where the water is filled. Now the stage 1 is doing nothing, and similarly when the bottle moves to stage 3, both stage 1 and stage 2 are idle. That is, first bottle is inserted, is filled and sealed. Then the second bottle is inserted, is filled and sealed. Then the third bottle is inserted and it is filled and is sealed. So it totally takes 9 minutes to manufacture 3 bottles. That is, in a non-pipeline system, at a particular time, there should be only one stage that can be busy with its working. But in a pipeline system, the first bottle is inserted in stage 1, and second minute, the first bottle is filled in stage 2, and the second bottle is inserted at stage 1, and the third minute, the first bottle is sealed by the third stage, and the second bottle is filled by stage 2, and a third bottle can be inserted at stage 1. That is, here at a particular time, more than one unit can be concurrently execute the rotation. That is, when the bottle is in stage 2, another bottle can be loaded at stage 1. Similarly, when the bottle is in stage 3, there can be one bottle in stage 1 and another bottle can be in stage 2 for water filling. So after each minute, we get a new bottle at the end of stage 3. Hence, the average time taken to manufacture one bottle in a pipeline system is 5/3 minutes, that is 1.67 minutes. Thus, the pipeline operation increases the efficiency of the system. Okay, that is, the pipeline is the process of arrangement of hardware elements of CPU such that its overall performance is increased. And first of all, let us see a two-stage pipeline. In order to implement a two-stage pipeline, the computer should have two separate hardware units, one for fetching the instruction, another for executing the instruction. This is the instruction fetch unit and this is the execution unit. And instruction fetch unit fetches instruction and the fetched instructions are loaded into an interstage buffer, say B1, and execution unit can execute the instruction that is already loaded in the interstage buffer B1. This buffer helps the execution unit to execute the instruction while the fetch unit is fetching the next instruction. The results of execution of the instruction are returned to the destination location specified by the instruction. We know that a computer is controlled by a clock. Here, the clock is designed in such a way that the fetch and execute step of an instruction can be completed in one clock cycle. Suppose there are 3 instructions to be executed in a two-stage pipeline system. Let us see what will happen with each clock cycle. In the first clock cycle, the fetch unit fetches the first instruction and stores it in the buffer P1. The second clock cycle, fetch unit fetches the second instruction and the execution unit executes the first instruction. And the third clock cycle, fetch unit fetches third instruction and execution unit executes the second instruction. And the fourth clock cycle, execution unit executes the third instruction. Its sequence can be represented by this diagram. In the first clock cycle, the fetch unit fetches the first instruction and stores this instruction in the buffer B1. In the second clock cycle, the instruction fetch unit proceeds with the fetch operation for the second instruction. At the same time, execution unit executes the first instruction, which is now available at the interstage buffer P1. At the end of the second clock cycle, the execution of the first instruction is completed and the fetch unit fetches the second instruction that is now available in the buffer B1. During the third clock cycle, instruction execution of the second instruction is performed while the instruction 3 or the third instruction is being fetched by the fetched unit. In this manner, both fetch and execute unit kept busy all the time. That is, in a pipeline system, multiple instructions are overlapped in execution. Overlapping means before completing the execution of an instruction, the next instruction can be started. Here, the simultaneous execution of more than one instruction take place in a pipeline processor. That is a summary. The fetch and execute unit constitute a two-stage pipeline in which each stage performs one step in processing an instruction. An interstage storage buffer B1 is needed to hold the information being passed from one stage to the next, and new information is loaded into this buffer at the end of each clock cycle. Okay, next one is a four-stage pipeline. In four-stage pipeline, there should be four stages. The first stage is instruction fetch. Here the instruction is fetched from memory. Second stage is decode. It decodes the instruction and fetch the source operand. And third stage is to execute the operation specified by the instruction. And the last stage is to write the result in the specified location. The sequence of events to execute four instructions are depicted in this diagram. It is during first clock cycle, the first instruction is fetched. In second clock cycle, the first instruction is decoded by the decode unit, and the second instruction is fetched. And during third clock cycle, execute unit executes the first instruction, decode unit decodes the second instruction, and fetch unit fetches the third instruction. Likewise, it executes its operation. And this means that there are four distinct hardware units are needed here, and these units must be capable of performing the task simultaneously and performs the task without interfering with one another. The information is passed from one unit to the next unit through a storage buffer, and there should be three buffers, buffer B1, B2 and B3 for connecting these four stages. Okay, for example, let's see the information in the buffers during each clock cycle. Okay, during first clock cycle, buffer B1 holds the first instruction, and during second clock cycle, buffer B2 holds the decoded version of the first instruction, and B1 holds the second instruction. And during third clock cycle, B3 holds the result of the first instruction, B2 holds the decoded version of the second instruction, and B1 holds the first instruction. Okay, next topic is the role of cache memory. Each stage in a pipeline is expected to complete its operation in one clock cycle. So the clock period should be sufficiently long to complete the task being performed in any stage. Normally, the instruction which take more time. The clock cycle has to be equal to or greater than the time taken to finish the fetch instruction. If the instruction is in main memory, then the clock time will be more, then the pipeline would be of little value. To solve this memory access problem, the concept of cache memory can be used. We know cache is the fastest memory. It is already built on the processor chip. If the instructions are already in cache memory, the memory access time can be reduced. Okay, we have already seen how instruction pipeline works. In this, a string of instruction can be executed by overlapping fetch, decode, and execute phases of an instruction cycle. This type of technique is used to increase the throughput of the computer system. Next is the advantages and disadvantages of pipelining. Advantages include the cycle time of the processor is reduced, it increases the throughput of the system, it makes the system reliable. Disadvantages include the design of pipeline processor is complex and is costly to manufacture. The instruction latency is more here. This is all about pipelining.